Hello and welcome to this deep dive. We are slowing things way down today. We want you to just settle in wherever you are.
Yeah, just take a breath with us. It's going to be a quiet one.
It is. Because today we are exploring a really gentle source text called the Anchor of Presence. And our mission here is to look at how we can provide a safe, warm harbor when children ask you life's most intimidating questions.
Like asking about death.
Right. It's like, imagine a quiet room in the middle of the night. A child looks up from their pillow and whispers that terrifying question, will you die one day?
Yeah, that moment is heart-stopping.
It really is. And behind those words, the real underlying fear kind of slips out.
Yeah.
What they're actually saying is, I don't want you to go away.
And that exact moment in the dark, it can completely freeze a parent because, when an adult is confronted with this huge existential question, our immediate reflex is almost always to try and explain how the world works.
Right. We just want to give them facts.
Exactly. We want to define the rule. I mean, mostly just to make the fear go away for them.
Which is sort of like, well, imagine a tiny ship caught out in this dark, terrifying storm.
Yeah.
And our adult instinct is to radio the captain and give them this highly detailed meteorological report on barometric pressure and wind shear.
Right. Which does not help them at all.
Exactly. It doesn't actually calm them down. What they really need is just the steady, silent light of a lighthouse. Just to know they won't crash in the dark.
That distinction is so crucial, especially when you look at the psychology of a young child, particularly between 3 and 5 years old.
Because they aren't ready for the science.
Right. Their cognitive development just isn't ready to process biological life cycles, so they aren't asking a science question.
So what are they asking then?
Well, their nervous system is simply detecting a massive abstract threat, and they were seeking an immediate anchor. So beneath all the vocabulary, the actual question they are asking is, am I safe right now?
Am I safe right now? Wow. So if they are really just asking if they are safe, how do you actually become that lighthouse for them?
Well, the text gives a really specific, gentle response for that exact moment. You acknowledge the reality gently by saying, one day, very, very far away.
But then you pivot, right?
Yes, immediately. You say, but right now, I'm here with you.
I see. But honestly, my immediate fear as an adult reading that isn't saying very, very far away, basically lying to them. I mean, tomorrow isn't promised.
That is a really common fear.
Yeah, because it's shielding them from reality, just kind of break their trust later on.
Well, it's not really about shielding them from reality, though. It's about regulating their nervous system first. If you dump complex existential truths onto a 4-year-old, their brain literally cannot process the abstraction.
It's just too much for them.
Right. It just floods them with more anxiety. By acknowledging the reality gently with that phrase, one day, but then pivoting to the physical present with, right now, I'm here with you, you provide what psychologists call a calm emotional anchor.
A calm emotional anchor.
Yeah.
So the simplicity of the language is what actually stops the panic.
Exactly. You are physically grounding them. The emotional reassurance that they are securely held in this exact moment that does the heavy lifting that logic just cannot do.
That makes so much sense.
And there is another profound reassurance in the source. When a child inevitably asks, but what if I miss you?
Oh, yeah. That's the follow-up that just breaks your heart.
It does. But the best response isn't to try and fix that feeling of missing. It's to validate it.
How so?
You explain that you never stop loving someone you miss, and, they would never stop loving you either.
Wow. So the absence doesn't mean the love disappears. The love continues across that distance.
Exactly.
That completely changes the stakes of the fear. I mean, the child isn't just worried about the physical absence. They are terrified the connection will vanish entirely.
Yes, and by simply reinforcing that the connection is permanent and that right here, right now, they are safe, the terror diffuses. The most profound answer to that question wasn't a perfect philosophical explanation.
It was just a quiet, grounding presence, which really makes you wonder about the rest of our lives. I mean, for you listening right now, providing this gentle, reflective presence, reminding someone that right now we are together and right now you are safe. It's the ultimate tool for creating emotional safety.
It really is.
So think about it. When an adult you love is panicking about the future, or when you are lying awake at 2 in the morning, terrified of the unknown, do we really need to solve the impossible problem right then?
Probably not.
Right. Or do we just need someone to be our anchor in that exact moment?
Yeah.
What would change if, instead of trying to perfectly explain the storm, we just focus on being the lighthouse?